She's staring at your plate right now. Those wide eyes, the silent begging, the little paw tapping your leg, it feels harmless. Maybe you're thinking, it's just one bite. Maybe it's a small piece of chicken, a lick of milk, or something else sitting on your dinner plate. But some human foods aren't simply unhealthy for cats. Some can make them seriously ill and, in certain cases, become life-threatening. The scary part is that many of these foods look completely normal to us. They're everyday foods that most people have in their kitchens, so it's easy to assume that if they're safe for humans, they must be safe for our cats too. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. Cats have very different nutritional needs and metabolisms, and certain foods that seem harmless can cause serious problems. Today, we're counting down 10 human foods you should think twice about giving your cat, starting with foods that can cause digestive problems and ending with foods that can become genuinely dangerous. And make sure you stay until number 1, because it's something found in almost every kitchen, and many cat owners don't realize just how risky it can be. Number 10 is milk and dairy. For decades, cartoons have shown cats happily drinking a saucer of milk, but the reality is very different. Most adult cats have difficulty digesting lactose because they produce less of the enzyme needed to break down milk sugar after kittenhood. A little milk isn't usually as dangerous as something like chocolate, but it can still cause an upset stomach, gas, or diarrhea. So while a saucer of milk may look like a classic treat for a cat, it can easily turn into a very unpleasant afternoon. Number 9 is raw fish. Cats and fish seem like the perfect combination, but raw fish isn't necessarily the harmless treat it appears to be. In large or regular amounts, certain raw fish can interfere with thiamine, an important vitamin that cats need for normal nervous system function. Over time, a diet heavily based on raw fish can contribute to thiamine deficiency, which may cause loss of appetite, neurological problems, and even seizures. Plain, properly cooked fish in small amounts can be a different story, but regularly feeding raw fish is where the real concern begins. Number 8 is raw eggs. Raw eggs can carry bacteria such as Salmonella and E. coli, creating a food safety risk for cats just as they can for people. There is another concern as well. Raw egg whites contain avidin, a protein that can interfere with the absorption of biotin, a vitamin important for healthy skin and a healthy coat. The good news is that properly cooked egg, given in small amounts, can provide useful protein. The important distinction is simple: cooked is much safer than raw. Number 7 is liver. This one is a little more complicated because liver isn't automatically bad for cats. In fact, liver contains a lot of vitamin A, which cats need. The problem is giving too much of it or making it a regular part of the diet. Excessive vitamin A intake can build up and lead to toxicity. Over time, this can contribute to problems such as stiffness, joint pain, and changes affecting the bones. So a small occasional amount may be fine, but turning liver into a daily habit can create a completely different situation. Number 6 is dog food. If you have both a cat and a dog, this is one that's very easy to overlook. Your cat may sneak over to the dog's bowl, and because the food doesn't look dangerous, you might not think twice about it. Dog food isn't inherently poisonous to cats, but it isn't formulated to meet all of a cat's nutritional requirements. Cats need nutrients such as taurine that are essential to their health. A quick bite from the dog's bowl is unlikely to cause a problem, but feeding dog food as a cat's regular diet can lead to serious nutritional deficiencies and health problems over time. Number 5 is raw dough. This one can become dangerous very quickly. If your cat manages to eat raw yeast dough before it has been baked, don't simply assume she'll be fine. Yeast can continue fermenting and expanding inside the warm environment of the stomach. That can cause painful and potentially dangerous bloating, and in severe cases, the stomach can become twisted. Fermentation also produces alcohol as a byproduct, creating an additional risk of alcohol poisoning. Raw dough may look like a harmless piece of food, but inside a small cat, it can behave very differently. Number 4 is alcohol. This may seem obvious, but accidental exposure can happen more easily than you think. A cat might lick spilled wine or beer from a counter or get access to an alcoholic drink that has been left unattended. Because cats have such small bodies, even relatively small amounts can be dangerous. Alcohol can cause vomiting, problems with coordination and breathing, and in serious cases, potentially severe organ damage. If you believe your cat has consumed alcohol, don't wait for symptoms to appear. Contact your veterinarian immediately and explain what happened and, if possible, how much was consumed. Number 3 is onions and garlic. This includes related foods such as chives and leeks. Whether they're raw, cooked, or present in powdered form, these foods can be toxic to cats. They can damage red blood cells and potentially cause anemia. One of the most worrying things about this type of poisoning is that the effects may not always appear immediately. A cat can seem fine at first, while symptoms such as weakness, lethargy, or pale gums develop later. That delay can make it difficult for an owner to connect the symptoms with something the cat ate days earlier. That's why keeping onion, garlic, and foods containing them away from your cat is so important. Number 2 is grapes and raisins. These may seem like small, harmless fruits, but they are not something you should deliberately give to your cat. The exact reason they can be toxic isn't fully understood, and the risk appears unpredictable. Grapes and raisins have been associated with kidney problems in pets, including cases of kidney failure. And because we can't reliably predict which animal will react or how much may cause a problem, the safest approach is simple: don't give them to your cat and keep them out of reach. And now, number 1, chocolate and caffeine. This is the food group sitting in countless kitchens, and it deserves serious attention. Chocolate contains theobromine as well as caffeine, and cats can have difficulty processing these substances. Dark chocolate and baking chocolate are particularly concerning because they contain higher concentrations of these compounds. Depending on the amount and type consumed, chocolate can contribute to symptoms such as an increased heart rate, tremors, seizures, and other serious effects. And remember, the caffeine risk isn't limited to chocolate. Coffee grounds, tea bags, energy drinks, and other caffeinated products can also be dangerous. If your cat gets into chocolate, caffeine, or another potentially toxic food, don't rely on the fact that she seems fine at first. Contact your veterinarian or an appropriate veterinary poison service promptly and explain exactly what she consumed, approximately how much, and when it happened. With some toxic foods, waiting for symptoms before seeking help can make the situation more difficult to treat. The good news is that this doesn't mean your cat can never share anything with you. There are plenty of simple foods that can be offered safely in appropriate small amounts, such as plain cooked chicken or small pieces of properly cooked fish, provided they contain no harmful seasonings, sauces, onions, garlic, or other unsafe ingredients. The important thing is knowing the difference between a safe occasional treat and something that could put your cat at risk. So the next time your cat sits beside you with those huge eyes, waiting for a bite from your plate, remember that she doesn't know which foods are safe and which ones aren't. She only knows that you have something that smells interesting. That look on her face can't tell the difference between a tasty treat and a trip to the emergency vet. That decision is up to us. And if your cat has already eaten something from this list, don't panic. Stop giving the food and, if you believe she may have consumed a toxic substance or she's showing any unusual symptoms, contact your veterinarian promptly for advice. It's always better to ask when you're unsure. Now tell me in the comments, which food on this list surprised you the most? And if you found this useful, subscribe to Perfect Minds. Every week, we cover the everyday things that can quietly affect your cat's health, behavior, and well-being. Your cat may not understand the advice, but she'll definitely appreciate you looking out for her.